Welcome to the Freely Rooted Mama podcast. Where I am their mother, I make the choice.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the podcast. So happy to have you with me today. Today I'm doing a DM'd request topic, which was what registry items I would put on my registry if I had to start all the way over. So what I decided to do was make my 5 must-have registry items for a new mom. And I'm going to add a bonus into this episode, and I'm going to do the 5 items that I think you could do without. Again, this is going to be, variable to everybody's personality and their certain situation and their beliefs and their values. So just know that this is coming from my values, my beliefs, how our life functions, all that kind of stuff. So number 1 is a baby wrap. Now there's 1,000 different baby carriers out there, but I really recommend, especially for newborns, to have a wrap. They can't really hold their body up. Their head is everywhere. They like to stay cocooned in a little ball. We found that carriers are really more geared toward like a 3-month-old baby. I know that they say that there's ones that you can use, from 0 to 3, but anything that has the ability for their legs to go out, like the big side holes, just makes it really hard for a newborn baby. Where the wrap, and you'll see it if you get it, it's super long and it can be a little overwhelming when you first get it. Like, how the heck do I use this thing? But it's actually really easy. And there's 1,000 YouTube videos on different ways that you can use it, whether, you want to put them all nestled up, which is how most people do it in the beginning with a newborn baby, where they're just nestled close to your body and they're kind of in like a little cocoon pouch. And then you can use it in various ways as your baby progresses. So she's about 3 months old right now, and she's able to hold her head up. So I have like a front facing way that she can be held in there so she can see out. I just think they're really convenient. And again, I have a baby carrier that starts at 3 months old right now, like, one of the ones that clip and buckle. And it's still a little difficult for her right now. So I really recommend a wrap for like that first 0 to 6 months. It really works really well. And then from there, it's a lot easier to transition into, more of a traditional baby carrier. There's also something to be said about a baby carrier and having adjustable widths for the middle section, like in between their legs, because you want their legs to develop properly, which is, I know, a whole intricate thing. But that's just a little caveat. One of the reasons that I really liked having the wrap for the first part, because I didn't want to develop anything weird with her hips or her legs. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is a diaper caddy. Seems so silly, but literally what's so nice about the diaper caddy is you've got your wipes in there, your diapers in there. If you've got like a diaper balm or, anything you might need, like I usually keep our little Frida nose sucker and the little booger scooper in there as well. What I love about it is technically, like, you don't really have to have a diaper bag. If you're going to go into stores or things like that, a diaper bag's great. But like, for example, if we're going to go over to my dad's for a little bit, or we're gonna go to the neighbor's house and I don't want to bring the whole diaper bag, I can literally just put the diaper caddy in the car and just take the diaper caddy, and then the diaper caddy can go all over the house. I have 3 diaper caddies. Obviously I have 2 kids now, so I have one that's Isaac's. No, sorry, I have 4. I have one that's Isaac's and one that's Isla's, and we keep a diaper caddy in here, and we keep another set in our bedroom. And it's just easy, because if we're going to go somewhere, I don't go grab the diaper bags and make sure they're packed. I just grab the caddies and leave. Seems simple, but I really find them convenient, that you can just kind of haul them around whatever section of the house you're going to be in. Okay, number 3 is a baby monitor. We actually didn't get a baby monitor till Isaac was about, we just got it this year. So maybe he was 20 months old. It was about springtime here when I wanted to start, like during his nap, going outside and getting some stuff done, but I wanted to be able to know when he woke up from a nap. Up until then, I've either been working in the house, so I always know and can hear him, or, he just napped on me. So I wanted to get a baby monitor that had the lowest amount of EMFs possible. I really didn't want it to connect to, Wi-Fi. I know that it's so convenient. Trust me, we went back and forth on this. Well, I went back and forth on it. My husband was like, babe, we have cell phones that are always on. What's the difference between a monitor? But it just felt like, for me and my values and my beliefs, it was just one less thing that would be going on and emitting EMFs in our house. So for me, I just really didn't want anything that hooked to Wi-Fi, but I can see how it'd be so convenient for it to hook to your phone and you get to see the baby and you could be out. Like, there's a lot of perks to like modern technology for sure. But I really just kind of wanted to go old school on this. So if for some reason you also want to go old school on this, I got the Philips Avent digital baby monitor. And I've really liked it. The quality is not the greatest, like the camera quality. It basically is just it's a camera that hooks to a little, it's a little like, it looks like a webcam that hooks to a little monitor, and it can only go so far. So I think like I can go down to our shop and that's about as far as it goes, and then it starts to beep. But they're just synced together. So both of them have to be powered, and it only syncs to that. And it's only one camera to one video, like one monitor to one video. So with 2 kids, I just got another set of them for if, you know, when we start to use it with Isla. But if you live out in the country, or you're going to be like going out of the house, or, you know, you're having a baby in the spring or the summer or the fall, where you might want to be doing some things while they nap. Maybe again, not so much as they're newborn, but as they get into more of a like sleep pattern, that might be useful. Okay, number 4 is obviously a stroller and a car seat. Hope you have this on your thing. Make sure that the stroller fits the area that you are at. For example, the Mockingbird stroller was amazing. It also was fairly good on the like the materials that they use. That's what we got for Isaac when we lived in San Jose in California. We got the Mockingbird. I liked that it had an adapter to the Britax car seat that we got. That was also you know, not done with formaldehyde, and like it was very clean. Anyway, so I could snap the car seat onto the stroller and use the car seat as a stroller for when he was a newborn, and then it had its regular seat that you could transition to. Great stroller, really loved it until we moved out to the country. Zero need for it now. Like, it's not going to go up our driveway, it's not going to go down a country dirt road, so I sold it. It's great for the city, so if you're in the city, it's a great stroller. So make sure your stroller fits the type of environment that you're in. You can also really look into those strollers that have the adapters that fit to the car seat that you're getting, which makes it really convenient. But obviously, both really important, and both have a lot of life to it. So if you're gonna have more kids, you know, still really nice. And then the last one was a baby swing, one that's portable. So like just an easy little bouncer type, you know, that they lay in. If you're on YouTube, you can see the swing behind me. This is a bigger one. It's heavy. It's more heavy duty. I'm not going to transport it around the house, but Isla really loves the swing. Isaac was so about it, but it's just super convenient for like if I'm sitting here folding laundry, I can put him in the swing. They can see me. And then the little portable one that I have, I can, you know, put in the bathroom if I'm taking a shower. I can put it on the counter if I'm cooking dinner. So it's just easy to kind of move around. So those are my 5 must-have items. Of course, like you want to put diapers and like, you know, fingernail clippers and a booger sucker and books, things like that. But big items that I like we use on a daily basis were those 5. And then my bonus items here. So 5 items that I think are like a waste of money or time. Like just, I didn't find convenient. That's not to say that you might not find it convenient. But number 1 is a changing table. My sister-in-law actually told me this when I made the registry for Isaac. She's like, do not, like, if you want people to buy something for you, do not put the changing table on there. Get them a dresser, or you can hang their clothes. But it's going to be very inconvenient if every time you want to change your baby to go all the way to wherever the baby changing station is. And we lived in a way smaller house when we had Isaac, and I would agree with that. Like, if I'm out in the living room, I didn't really want to get up and walk all the way to the back room, which wasn't very far, to go to the changing table to change it. Like, we did the same thing in California that we did here. We had a caddy that was in our bedroom because we co-slept, and we had a caddy out in the living room. And I had just had 2 floor pads, super cheap on Amazon, or you can put them on your registry, and they have cute ones too. But, you know, change them on the couch, change them on the floor, change them on the counter, change them on the table. You just move the pad wherever you need it. And we have 3 now here in this house. We have 1 here in the den. We have 1 in our bedroom. And I have an extra one that kind of like goes, you know, sometimes into the kids' room or the other living room or downstairs or in the car. I just think it's way more convenient than, especially in this house now. Like, there's no way if I'm here in the den, I'm walking all the way to their bedrooms, which again is not like it's super far, but it's just not convenient. So do without the changing table. I found like a really cool dresser that I repurposed and did that instead. Okay, gobs of newborn clothes. On your registry, make sure you diversify sizes of clothes, because everybody's going to want to get you newborn or 0 to 3 clothes, and you're going to have way too many of them that you never make it through, and then you're going to have less and less and less of the other clothes. So you don't need gobs of newborn or 0 to 3 clothes. I promise you. You just will not use them all. But I know it's exciting, and I know everything is cute and you want everything, but you literally won't make it through all those clothes. They'll just grow too fast, and yeah, anyways. Okay, number 3 was a baby bath. Somebody got us a baby bath for Isaac, and I ended up returning it because he bathes when I bathed. Well, not every time, because if you've heard my bathing baby episode, then you know that I only bathe them every like 2 weeks or so. But if I was going to take a bath and it was time for him to have a bath, he came in with me. I washed him in the bath. We had a bonding time, and that was it. I felt like I didn't need the baby bath. And now that Isaac's old enough, like, he gets in the shower and he showers, so I just didn't think it was necessary. Number 4 is like a bumbo seat. So those like little chairs where you can sit them up once their head can be held up. There's a lot. Again, this is where I go into my like chiropractic. I worked in a chiropractic office for 10 years. I know a lot about like the spine and our nervous system. So I personally can't put kids in a bumbo seat. Now, that's not to say that I think you are a bad mom if you are putting your kids in a bumbo seat. I know developmentally for their core muscles, for their legs, there's a lot to go into it. So I won't go into too much detail here on this episode, but for proper like nervous system and skeletal development, it's not great for them. Yeah, it's just not great for them. They need to learn how to use those muscles on their own rather than something supporting them. And forcing them into that position, if that makes sense. And so that kind of goes into number 5, which is an activity center, which are those things that have like, leg holes that you put your kids in, and it's like a circle around it, and it's got all the activities, and they can walk or they can move with it. Again, it's just not great on the hips, how it forces their legs to hang. And then they're also learning, like, as they get bigger and they're using their toes to move on those things, it's not how you developmentally want them to learn how to walk. And most of the times kids sitting in that are still crawling. They're not ready to walk yet. Like there's biologically a process that they need to go through, which is learning how to crawl. It engages those cords, it engages the brain, the left side, the right side of the brain. Crawling is massive for development. Not just physical development, but brain development as well. Mental, neurological development. And then they progress into walking. But sometimes those jumpers, or even like the swings where they can bounce up and down, again, it just puts a lot of pressure on where the hips are, and it causes them to start to make, what's the word I'm looking for? Like adjustments that they typically wouldn't have made without those things. So I personally, we did get one for Isaac, and I ended up taking it back just because it just didn't fit how we wanted to do things. Frankly, if you want something like activity-wise for them to do, we have a cute little like wooden bar that has toys that hang over it, so she can lay on her back and she can play with those. And then when she's ready to sit up on her own, she does it. And when she's ready to crawl, she does it. And when she's ready to walk, she does it. Like we have gone very old school in that way. It's nothing personal. It's just totally our beliefs. So that was my little bonus of 5 items I could do without, just things to think about as you make your registry. So I hope that answers the person that DM'd me somewhat and gives some perspective on, how we built our registry. I hope that helps. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Find me on Instagram. If you have ideas, things you want to learn more about, know about, you want to know how we do it here, just DM me. I love making content that you guys want to consume. And so with that, have a great day.